What's going on, everyone? Welcome to my channel. My name is Air, and in this video I'm going to explain to you guys if this sword here, Festering Desire, if it's worth building. So first, if you're new to the game, you will get this sword for free when you explore in Dragon's Spine when you talk to Albedo. Okay, so now, is this sword good? We're going to look at the stats real quick. So I have it equipped on the main character. So increases elemental skill damage by 20%, elemental skill crit rate by 7.5%, and this is refinement 2. So when it's refinement 5, this is going to be 32%, and I think this should be around 15%. So a base attack is really high. When it comes to 4-star sword, this is one of the highest, and an energy recharge, which allows you to use more elemental skill and burst. So now let's talk about the event before I go further. So this event, you get this sword for free, and then if you go to the event shop here, this is what you need to refine it. You don't need the actual sword. You don't have to craft anything. You just have to, and the event is really sick. You can farm these without using any resin. So this, I got already, which is why at refinement 2, and then now a couple days more later you can get this again, refinement 3 and 4. And then I've read it somewhere that you can get this to refinement 5. I don't know where you get the last stone, but maybe when you finish all your quests you will get rewarded for that. So even though it's 4 stars, I think it's really sick because now the game gives you a sword that you can't craft aside from this event. I don't know if in the near future will they dish this out where you can craft it, but right now free for refinement for sure. I hope there's a 5th one, which makes the most sense since you can't craft it. And then so when it's refinement 5, all you need to do, your only investment is actually a little bit of time, which you're going to farm anyways for your event, and then you're going to use your mystic ore and gold. So during the quest right now, so before I tell you guys who is it good on, but during the quest right now, you go to enhance. Right now you'll get EXP bonus when you upgrade your sword. And last but not least, right here, if you use this sword during the event, you will get these buffs. You'll deal a lot more damage. It'll make your time much easier. So even if you have like a very strong 4-star sword or even a 5-star sword, well, 5-star sword I can't really compare to that. If you have other 4-star sword, but right now with these extra crit rate, weapon damage, it makes your time much easier in Dragon's Spine. Now let's take a look at who's good at using this. Okay, before I go on, so currently the enhancement bonus is 1.5 times. So usually when you have to level up your weapon to level 90, you need 600 pieces of mystic ore. So right now during the event, you only need 400 pieces, which means you're going to save gold and mystic ore. So in my opinion, whether you're going to use this sword or not, I would say build it now instead of building it later. So you can save all your resources, and then later maybe there's a character that can use it even more suitable than the characters that I will recommend. And last but not least, this sword is free. A free 4-star sword with free refinement level 5. I think that already answered your question if this is worth building. And now let's take a look at the character that can use this really well. Okay, so who is it good for? We have the Traveler, we have Kaya, we have Bennett, and Albedo. I recommend you use this sword on characters who have low cooldown on his or her elemental skill and elemental burst. And then second would be a character who is not your main DPS, your support or sub DPS, which is these following 4. I think the main character used this best because the main character's strength is spamming elemental skill and elemental burst. The main character physical attack is not very good. You can use it on both Geo and Animal Traveler. Ben is also a character that can use this really well. It allows him to use more elemental skill and burst, which means more healing and more buffs. Kaya has low cooldown on both his skill and burst, but I think this sword is a little bit too good for him because he honestly he's not very good, and you kind of want to build him based off of attack and critical rate. I think his elemental skill is really good, but his burst is just not really strong, especially you really have to be close to your opponent, and it's not a real shield. However, if you are looking for an owner who can use this sword, he can make good use of this sword. Albedo, he is probably the second best using at this sword because his elemental skill and burst has extremely low cooldown and deals so much damage. I think with this sword's effect is going to make him even stronger. The stats on this sword is energy recharge, which means in your artifact you can make up the missing damage. So instead of so some artifact you might have energy recharge, so maybe you want to farm a artifact that has attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage, basically anything that's offensive to make up the missing attack. Okay, so who I think is not good for. So let's talk about Kachin. I think she is better off with Lion Roar, another 4-star sword. Jean, I think Jean is okay. She can use it, but I feel like she's going to lose a lot of damage. Since her normal attack is not bad, so I think you do want to have some physical damage and yeah, just build more attack on her. For the other two characters, I think their cooldown is just way too long. For this sword, you do want to spam it as much as possible and as quickly as possible. Alright guys, this is all based off of my own opinion. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below who you think can use this best. If you like what you're watching, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.